Hello guys, today's recipe is smoky jollof rice and grilled fish. If you like smoky jollof rice, Naija jollof rice, then stay back and enjoy this video. So the first thing we need to do is to blend our pepper mix. All we have in this blender is some tomatoes, bell peppers, ginger, garlic, and some chili peppers. Add water and blend till smooth. Then you go ahead to add in your onions, chopped onions. Allow it to fry till it's translucent. Once that happens, add in your tomato paste and allow the tomato paste to fry very well before you go ahead to add in your tomato mix or your pepper mix. Once you're frying your tomato paste, the reason why you want it to fry till it's showing it, till it has oil on top of it, is because you want it to lose the raw tomato taste that tomato usually has, and then give your jollof rice a very nice taste, because it's not going to be tangy or it's not sour and stuffs like that. So yeah, you want to fry your tomato paste very well. Once you fry your tomato paste very well, then you add in your pepper mix, the one we blended earlier. Add this in, stir it and cover it and allow it to fry for some minutes. You also want this to fry very well. When you're doing things like this, you want to make sure that your stove or your heat is not too much so that it doesn't burn. And we'll go ahead to clean up our fish. Here I'm just cutting up all the fins or the gills. You want to clean this fish very well. Today I'm using mackerel fish for this recipe. You can use any kind of fish of your choice or that you have. So I'm using mackerel fish. I'm just going to clean this fish very well. Just open it by the side and bring out all the I don't know what it's called, but basically the intestine, or guys, pardon me because I don't even know what this is called, honestly speaking. Yeah, but clean up your fish. I think everybody cleans up their fish, so if you know what it's called, you can comment down below and tell me what this inside is called. Do you call it offals, or, well, I don't know. So let's go ahead. So once you clean up this fish very well, once you clean up your fish very well, you want to cut it, give it 3 incisions or more depending on the size of the fish, and then rub in some salt into it. The reason you're doing this is so that the ingredients would penetrate very well into the fish and the fish would be tasty. So the spices I'm using for today's grilled fish is some thyme, some garlic powder, onion flakes, black pepper, paprika powder, and I also added in some salt, some more salt, say like just a little bit, say half a teaspoon, because I already rubbed some salt on it before. So mix this thoroughly and apply this to the fish. You want to use your hands to massage this into the fish very well. You want this to penetrate thoroughly into the fish, so you have to use your hands to massage this into your fish. And once you do that, you want to cover up your foil paper very tightly, or aluminium foil very tightly, and put this into the oven that you would set at say grill. That's the highest temperature of your oven, that's the grill part of your oven, and grill this for say 15 minutes on both sides. And then once I did this, I went back to check on my stew base that's been frying for some minutes. At this point it looks good, it has fried for some minutes, and you can see all the oil by the side of the pot. Another tip I would give is when you're making jollof rice, you don't want to use your best pots for it. Yeah, there's a reason why. So just don't use your best pots for it, because it might burn. And normally when you want that smoky jollof rice, you want it to at least burn a little at the down part. So all the spices I'm using here are just simple spices, some curry powder, some thyme and salt. That's it basically, because I don't use seasoning powder when making my most of my meals. But if you like seasoning powder, this is the part where you would have to add that in. So stir this very well and add in some water. I'm using the normal long grain rice here, so I'd use more water than if I was using basmati rice, because this tends to be tougher than basmati rice. So if you're using basmati rice, you want to be careful the amount of water you use when making it. But this is the normal long grain rice, so I used about 3 cups of water to make this rice. So once the water boils, I would add in my washed rice. I did not parboil my rice, I just washed it thoroughly. Make sure to wash your rice thoroughly. And yeah, once you do that, you add in the rice, stir this, cover it and allow it to boil. I did not use a foil paper to cover the rice immediately. I allowed it to boil vigorously before covering it with a foil paper. The reason for doing this is so that the rice does not come out mushy. The rice stays separately, they don't come out mushy. And yeah, so we went further to check on our fish and it looks good. One way to check if your fish is cooked is by poking it with a fork and twisting the fork. And once you do that, once it comes out very easily, that tells you that the fish is ready and good to go. I returned the fish back into the oven and allowed it to dry up whatever moisture is left on it. And then I went back to check on my rice. At this point, the rice looks good. It's done, it's cooked, but there's still a little bit of water, and that was the part where I added in my onions, so that at least the onions would become softened a little. And then I covered the pot and increased the stove a little bit, so that at least it will burn a little bit at the down part. And after that, I put off the stove and then brought down the rice, and this is the final result of the rice. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to comment down below, like, and remember to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.